Excuse me, child soldiers. We're here to loot this battlefield. Gun the Clone Wars has. I just didn't expect it to be remotely profitable. Legendary Quasari Sniper Rifle, Anima Lungs, Death Smasher, Persona Tox Blade. It's a little over the top. And then there's a sad rat wrapped around a bat. Is Long Rat Extended. Probably one of my better jokes. There's 2 legendary rifles from Beyond Our Reach. Hello there. I'll be taking that Psychic Dryad, and I'll be taking the Helamex Serums, definitely. And, of course, any other vaguely valuable stuff. I'll probably carry that home. Come on now. Hurry it up. Get the ship loaded. Thank you, child soldiers. Long live the Republic and all that. See you later. The retaliatory strikes from the TAF Mech Armada continues. They broke international law by bringing those overpowered weapons to my base. Let me remind you, this is simply repaying the favor. This is the Republic actively defending itself against an overwhelming aggressor. They had, what, 15 settlements? Politely, I have 1 school of filthy inbreds, an old person home, and a main base that's still represented by a campfire. But as we've proven age and age again, Sigma's faction accelerates at the same speed we do. When we age up, only 1 day later, do they as well. Yesterday, we broke through into that first level of Archo technology, and so too will Sigma have broken through into a new tier of technology of his own. I'm not sure how much longer the great TAF clone army might survive this, but we'll see. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's not what I was expecting, to be honest with you. To be honest, I was kind of expecting to pan... Is that... What is that? Concrete wall. How dare you stand where he stood? I was kind of expecting to pan over and see that they've got access to more powerful weapons than they have had ever before. More powerful than any faction has had before, even our own. No, instead they've built an average from all players' wet dream of a base, an enormous cube. Actually, you'll find that cubes have 4 sides. No, they don't. That's a square. It learns some basic geometry, in fact. Doesn't really matter what shape it is when they build it out of wood. You feel like they would have built this bit out of the concrete, but you know what? I'm not here to tell them their structural design. Oh, look. Oh, look. It's worked perfectly. Bio-coded Quasar Marine Armor offset with Tenebral Assault Rifles. I don't even know the stats on these. Of course, our faction doesn't have access to that because I've opted for that. We would go down the Arco path, but instead, Sigma has gone down the Darko path. 72 DPS with 90 armor penetration. 104 range. You hit someone with it, and it does 5 times the damage of a Thrombo. Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh, look at all this Darko tech. Finally, an even fight for the inbreds. You know what? Search and destroy. If this is where you die, I want you all to go down like the bloody goddamn heroes you are. Get in there. Kill them all. Are we doing damage? Wait, we're still getting them. We're still getting them. I think our mechs are probably going to get pounded this time. Oh, shit. I don't know what the hell. They got triple rocket launchers. What was that? What did you just shoot us with that? What have you got? Look at them go. Automatically finding cover, you beautiful little mechs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, they have upped the ante here. This is amazing. Now, this feels more of a fair fight. We were steamrolling them yesterday. A bunch of inbreds that I strapped in space-wear armor should not be able to take on the Solar Empire of Sigma. Who survived? Dare I ask? Oh my god, there's people trapped in the mechs. Oh, look, they're trying to smash the mechs. They're trying to pull them out of the wreckage. Oh, this is fucked up. No, my little inbreds. My god. Sigma, what have you done? Not Darko technology. This was always going to happen the second we crossed over into Archotech of our own. Speaking of which, the tech transition thing, you know, it hasn't happened like it normally happens where the factions evolve and blah, blah, blah. I was patching the tech backwards, bringing it into Ultratech era, because Vanilla Tribal Expanded doesn't support going into the Archotech era, because that's a made-up era. That doesn't exist in the base game. Ultratech barely exists in the base game, let alone Archotech, a whole tier beyond that. Keyz went the other direction and started adding Archotech as an official thing. So between us, we've done a fantastic job and broken everything. I brought it back an era, he pushed it forwards. Between us, we're a fantastic team. We're borderline unstoppable. What I'm saying is, for some reason, we've ended up with 3 cornerstone points. Now, to be honest, given the end game that we are in right now, I'm not going to say no to that. What we do is go back all the way to that medieval era, that kind of tribal era combo where we had melee, psi, warriors. Those are the coolest aspect, and that's exactly what the Archons are. That's what Alpha has arguably always been. Our unbreakable skin and incredible melee potential. Dancers on the battlefield. Warriors of precision. Ooh. Whispers of the mind. Psychic sensitivity increased by 10%. I'm in. Let's go for it. Archoseeds have been good at melee. Our Archons have been good at melee. Our colony has basically been good at melee. I shoehorned them. Yeah, the series fell off. You can track the exact moment where this series went downhill. I'm pulling it back on course, and that was exactly when we started to take up shooting. That's, I think, when the dark days began, when it became about numbers, and when it became about long-distance survival, and turrets, and hiding in our mansion, just doing work, and not focusing on the stuff that made our colony what made it great in the first place. But, I mean, yes, I'm going to use that legendary sniper rifle, because not everybody these days is good at melee. I'm not going to send 67-year-old Moosh the Genius with your incredible skills out there on the front line with a spear. This is the Archo era, my friends, and I'm about to Archo research like I've never Archoed before. Who up Archoing their peanuts? Let's go for Archo Technology Tier 2. Now, along with our theoretical Archo stuff we've got here, all of this extra research and fancy shit that we're getting, we've also got quite a literal Archo experience in the sense that I added all these extra bloody gene processors to the lab. That, in theory, is going to allow me to turn everybody non-senescent, and we embrace our true kind of Archo nature there. What comes next? Archogenetics. Archogenetics? What? As in, like, the biotech project. I feel like that ship has sailed. Have a look and see what we've got then. Oh my god, look at this. Archotech gene extractor. Designed by an Archotech, allowing both normal and Archo genes to be extracted. That's cool. So we could potentially grab alpha stuff, start giving it to the colony. We turn everybody into an Archoseed. That would be kind of sick. Oh my god. Is this how new Archoseeds are made? Well, I mean, there are other methods. We don't like to talk about it. Psychic Emanator, obviously. What do we need for that? We need Archomass. Cool. That's the stuff we've been getting from the mechanoids. Archo Sprinklers. Same as what regular sprinklers do, but at a much more significant range. So I could just put one of those down instead of having all of these dotted. That's cool. Archotech Cleaner, right? Cleans a massive area, saves having cleaning bots. Amazing. Heater Cooler. I think that's all straightforward. I don't think I need to explain that. Archo Summoner. Capable of instantly summoning mechanoids at the press of a button. You build one of those, you summon the mechanoids, you can deconstruct them into parts, I assume. Meteorite Summoner. Okay, it's impossible to tell when the meteorite will land. Probably on my very important buildings, as they tend to. Pod Summoner. Summons drop pods or sometimes people. Okay, cool. And then the Archo Replicator. It will periodically create Archo fragments in Archotech mass. The irony is, I said I didn't want this to turn into Cookie Clicker, and yet, here we go. I think this is the right thing that we start off with. So these, you build them out of Archo parts, and then they make more Archo parts over time. It's a good first investment, unless you want to keep summoning mechanoids and fighting those, and maybe we want to bait them out with mechanitors. There's obviously a lot of ways to fight mechanoids, but this, I think, is the right way to go about it. What is this, then? Construction 18. Wait, none of your natives have all the skills required. You're a goddamn liar, because Alpha's got 16. We can't build some of it. Well, this is an odd situation I never thought we'd be in. Adds 100 points to a random research every 24 hours. Now, normally, of course, you wouldn't research every research to get to this point. In basic every mode, you could just pick it from a list. Ooh, Archo Synthesizing. Lets us make some Archo weaponry. This is the Archo Cube stuff. Quantum annihilators, pistols, rifles. Those are the things that those kind of interdimensional Archonoids had equipped. That's fun. And then with Archo Technology Tier 2, which we haven't... Oh, no, we do have that. We can craft the Insanity Lance, Shot Lance is cool. Quasar Pollution Pump is bizarrely up here as well. Okay. Then we've got Archo Technology Tier 3. We can make all sorts of... Oh, look, Archotech Fragment. I wonder if we can make them. Archotech Limb Assembler. Oh, sick. Large Archo Replicators. Oh, shit. 200,000 points, though. We'll start with Archo Synthesizing and start making some Archo weapons. At the end of today's episode, you're going to be sick of the word Archo. That's because... what the fuck? What the fuck? You can't come to our base riding an orangutan. You don't see anybody do that here. Well, I'll stop you right there. I meant like riding them as a pet. Like a, you know, like a battle mount. Not like a husband. Doesn't even have a name. What the fuck? This is just a regular orangutan. This isn't like one like Dudley, like super smart. That's still really fucked up. It's because it's got a diminished mental capacity compared to the other smarter apes doesn't mean you could just ride around on it like that. You don't see the fucking Discord members carrying me around, do you? YouTuber and riding Discord members name a better combo. Edit that out. You can't leave that in. Allegedly, some YouTubers have done that. You've unlocked the ancient capabilities of the Archo compound resource. If I hear Archo again, I'm going to actually lose my mind. Vanometric cores, and you can use them to recreate Archotech artifacts, quantum weapons, and even your own vanometric power cells. Ooh. That might be a really solid idea to chuck in here and connect up the factory to. Because whenever the factory loses power, it automatically ruins whatever is in there. A bunch of Archotech stuff hidden in different categories. Security, production, that type of thing. So I've shuffled it all into the Archotech category. There we go. Look at all this shit now. Archotech shield generator. Okay. Protects a very potent energy field around itself to protect everything inside. Works through walls. It's a very, very, very tiny shield generator, but I presume it's got an absolutely enormous capacity. Archotech dart lights just for the aesthetic. I like that. I might actually go for it. And then we could just stick one on the end of a torch. That's pretty fun. Volumetric power cells, Archo batteries you might want to get set up. There's the stove. Archotech nourisher. Generates strange, tasty, and nutritious food on regular intervals. Oh, it's like a futuristic, almost kind of like a nutrient paste dispenser for the future. Liquid processor. Speeds up cooking? Okay. Requires no power or fuel. And then we've got Archotech Time Alteration Chamber. It's a chamber containing a time-altering anomaly. Using it for the purpose of aging cheese and alcohol was an obvious step. And to be honest, I don't think I need to make the point of why I wanted to go down the Archo route and not the kind of Darko Tenebrae. Archotech wall, an indestructible Archotech wall. Do you mean that sincerely, or... This is max hit points 100, but I wonder if it has some sort of method of being indestructible. And we've got that. Divides rooms fast. I mean, it says fast and indestructible. Door opening speed 750%. I think that's faster than an auto door, which is impressive because you don't even walk into auto doors. Door opening speed 120. Jesus. The door opens and then you remember, yeah, no, I did actually want to go into that room. It knows before you know. And I think everything else we've seen, right? Oh, sick. Okay. So let's start. Oh, I should probably check the Archo workbench as well. Let's upgrade the kitchen. Let's start in the most important place first. We can all agree. Gift for our final chef. And who might be our greatest chef? Particularly when I get a few more Nutramine to shove into your jeans. Sam, is that Nutramine down your jeans, or are you just happy to see it? That's not a child, is it? 22, thank God. Oh, I better check, because Piss Jugman's only 17, so it was probably it was a close one. 125 of those Archo fragments. I'm gonna go mad if I hear the word Archo. To be fair, I bought a load. Oh, we've only got 165 total. In that case, I will probably just wait until we can make more replicators. Am I really not going to build any? Because I'm too worried about wasting, or using, let's say using resources. I can go trade with that Quasari faction now. I'm sure they'll sell some Archo shit, right? You know what? Get out of the way a second. I'm moving the Yak landing pad to over here. Sorry, Rocks landing pad to over here. Well, that tells a story, doesn't it? Are you good? Right middle finger suffered a permanent injury. What happened? Oh, you got on Alpha's bad side. Probably the wrong person to try and pick a fight with there, rubber bum. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Alpha. She used that bloody Archo blade to slice his Quasar leg off and almost took the other one out as well. He's berserk because of kill thirst and very quickly changed his mind. Biostability is good. I guess we can carry on with the Rummerbum psychic program. Let's give you a tough skin. Actually, but I'll probably just give you a leg back first. Sorry. We've only got peg legs. Well, I suppose it is better than nothing. Hold on, though. 200,000 points to research. Do we sit here and hold out and go for that? What is it? Like the resource similar small Archo replicator? Which I presume is just going to be better than this in every way. But was there not a tier beyond that as well? Like tier 4? No, wait, hold on. I don't need to see that anymore. No, I'm good. Large Archo replicator, medium Archo replicator. I think genuinely the play is we sit here, save the small amount of fragments and mass and Archo compound and every Archo thing that we've Archo gotten, and we put it all into a single Archo structure instead of building, like using it on limbs early on or something like that. It's a long-term investment, and I'm going to go and see if those people sell some more for me. Oh, we could do some gene editing here. I just need a few more archive capsules to make non-senescent. 8 psychic droner. What do you mean psychic droner? How long has this been a thing, huh? Oh, fuck you. Oh my God, are you joking? Why, when it lands, does it just vomit everything up? At this point, Alpha doesn't need the help, surely. Surely not. Oh, I can build another Roomba. Oh, that's nice. It was me about to complain about not finding any Archo mass out there. I didn't even realize we had a bloody psychic droner. Amazing. I guess everybody's in just such a good mood all the time. You gonna make me put this in a stockpile? No. Good. Let's have a look and see what else I can do for my people that won't affect their biostability. Because we've got such a small colony these days. Hello. What is this gonna... Is this addictive? What does this even do for me before I consider it? Pain time 6.9%. Nice. Moving 113. Holy shit. Chemical consumption hard drug. It does give 34% psych focus, 90% sleep. Jesus. New addiction chance 1.8. Addiction recovery time 7.4 days. Ooh, how do I calculate the safe addiction limit from that? Okay, hold on, give me a minute. So we've got the cancer that gives the sleep and psi focus, blah, blah, blah. What does sunlight do for us? Chemical consumption, social drug. Oh, okay. Pain, moving, sleep fall rate is significantly lower. It also gives 90% sleep outright. Is that like caffeine? Right, okay. Now, bear in mind, in Rimworld, much like real life, addiction rate scales with tolerance. The more tolerant you are to a drug, the more likely you are to become addicted to it because you're taking more. So you have to kind of balance out. The same with, like, Psycho T or whatever. You have to balance out the tolerance fall rate with the tolerance gain per dose, right? So because that drops 2.2% per day, but you get 2.9 per day, you need to take it, like, once every 1.5 days to not build up that tolerance and then eventually the addiction. So I guess what we'll do then, given that that's just a social drug, it could be like an alcohol or something like that, does it say? It just has, like, powder ground into the drug, whatever. I think this is fine. I feel like giving my people whatever this is, adrenaline, yayo, hyper-caffeinated energy drinks all at once, seems a little of an odd direction for the colony to go in. This is like futuristic monster energy. The rest is like hyper-cocaine. And I feel like this is a bit more justifiable. Come on, grow up. Bad stomach and the bad heart. Here, you can have one of those as well. My gift to you. What I was going to say is at the bare minimum, I think the circadian assistance for absolutely everybody is a really solid idea. The only downside is, of course, worrying about the biostability, but they're so bloody powerful. Milky Milk's already got it, and by the age of 5, you got 22 crafting. There's a very solid reason for that, and that's because your sleep fall rate is almost non-existent. Not only that, look at that, rest rate multiplier is 233% as well. You sleep twice as fast, maybe once a week. Not going to say work 24/7, but what they could be doing is meditating. They could be doing social stuff. They could be relaxing in my lovely bar, drinking their sunlight, building futuristic billiards. Future is now. Imagine while you're asleep getting a surgery to make you not need to be able to sleep anymore. That would fuck you up. These poor kids don't even have cyber brains. Oh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot about it. I'm so sorry. This is absolutely my fault. I mean, what are we doing with this colony, huh? We fell off. We fell off, but we've fallen back on. I think we're back on track now. I'm happy with what we're doing here. I'm going to do this all at once and not foresee any side effects or consequences of my actions. Then, in about 10 minutes' time, it gives me the chance to complain about all my people going berserk from the fact that I scooped their brain out and swapped it for a cyber one. Big slurm energy. I like that. Let's go set that up in the drug policy then. Got the Ambrose. We've got the Psycho-T. Not addictive. Not addictive when you're just taking it once a day. That's fine. And I've even said only if your mood's low on that one. I think with this shit, because there's such a massive bonus to it, I want to say like every... was it every like day and a half? Yeah, that's so annoying. I might just risk it at once per day because they're going to be off working. They're not going to take it exactly once per... They're not going to take it exactly on that 24-hour. It's going to take them a little while, especially if I say don't keep any in your inventory. That might be the safest way to do it. That little buffer might just be enough to make the difference there. Big brain time. Well, fuck me. It doesn't take into account body size. Oh, shit. I know exactly how this game works, okay? From top to bottom. I understand all the mechanics. That does not mean... The theory and practical are very different aspects. I understand the concept of not giving a child hard drugs, and yet... Yeah, I did it without thinking. I might just go full send. I might just go full send and not worry about it. Otherwise, what I've got to do here is I've got to say, okay, piss jugman's slightly smaller. You take one every 2 days. Separate drug policy for you. I could say, oh, so Rimworld is actually bigger than most people. You could probably take it every half day and keep one in your inventory and be fine. So I'll set up a separate... I'm not doing that. That's madness. Drug policies based on genes is a bridge too far. Like, nobody's getting that deep. And if you are, you've lost track of the important things. You just sat there at your bench drinking aperitif. That's fine. Fucking unhinged behavior to just sit there and drink a bottle of Aperol now I think about it. That's vile. Some we've blessed. You are goddamn right you are, my friend. Look at this. Look at this. We've cracked out 200,000 points of research in the blink of... Well, not really the blink of an eye. It's been like an hour. Blink of an eye for you, but unending perpetual torture for me. Wow. And then finally, we've got tier 4. Oh. Administer Archonexus key. Archonexus charging pillars, and then the we build our own Archonexus. I mean, that's a hell of a flex. What the hell have we got now? We've got Psychic Manipulator. Tames a random nearby animal or summons a wanderer to join your colony. There's a small chance of summoning a raid. Oh, good. Very nice. Obviously, I want to throw down a few of those Archotech limit summoners. They're just... Every 10 days produces one of each Archotech body part. God damn. Fully Archo up my colony. I feel like Archo limb should give you psychic sensitivity. Think of like the Archonexus. Standing next to it drives you people mad. A psychic drone, psychic lances, psychic amplifiers. The whole kit and caboodle is Archo-based psychic powers. They do give psychic sensitivity, and if they don't, maybe someone could patch it. So anyway, I've patched it. I made them kind of direct futuristic upgrades of the anima stuff from ages ago, because I thought that'd be kind of fun. They don't have the plant harvest yield, the pruning speed, that shit, but obviously it's got the higher efficiency and the fancy stats that they have. So higher psi-focus game for the arms, and like high psychic sensitivity for the eyes and shit like that. More importantly, look at all this. Oh, we can just make neuroformers. That's crazy. We can make archive capsules. Well, that'll be bloody good, because I went on a world tour to try and find archive capsules, and only found 2 of the friggin' things. Archotech sculptures, shield generators. Obviously, the option to salvage mechanoids that will stick back on the menu there. I might make someone a Mechaniter, not because I have any interest in whatsoever in that, but just so that we could summon some mech raids to kind of kickstart our Archo economy. Archonomy. There you are, that was pretty good. Psychic kill switch. Kills them instantly. It has a long range, but requires a line of sight. Jesus, just giving everybody one of those as like a backup weapon by any means necessary is kind of fun. Oh my god, there's so much. Archotech medicine, is that going to be better than that Quasari stuff? I think it genuinely is an upgrade. Oh, look at this though. Archo LMGs, Archo swords, Archotech void launcher. Is that like a single-use rocket? I don't know. We'll find out eventually, though. And I love the design of these as well, where it's got like all the parts floating around. The Archo bow, obviously amazing. We got regular Archotech standard kind of bolt action type thing. Eidolon chassis, an Archotech exosuit whose design defies modern science. Well, that's because it's not modern science, it's futuristic science, Stinky. I mean, you're literally true, though. All right, you know what? You win. You win this one, Pesky. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus, I didn't mean it. Oh, little Quasar Dumpy there. Trying to get some neutronium, but the clap of those Quasar cheeks is distracting. Archo Technology Tier 4, 350,000. And then that's it for research. Technically not entirely. There's a bunch of tech printed stuff that we still haven't gotten. I mean, I've been buying every tech print when I've seen it. I just haven't seen some of it, right? A lot of people have been asking, what about the altered carbon stuff that lets you kind of clone people and do that? Obviously, we've got some Android tech there too. Neural editing and all the fancy stuff, like I said, from altered carbon that lets you do stuff with kind of like backing people up to floppy disks. We just haven't found the tech for it. People were saying they were like, ooh, oh, I'm not bothered about that. Lots of people were saying that there's like a quest for altered carbon to unlock the tech print. We've just never had it. Could be to do with the evolving factions. Could be to do with everything. We've got any one of these possible factors. A lot of shit happening in this mod pack. I can't account for every variable, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. If we don't find it, that's fine. If it happens, it happens. Sweet Alpha has barely had any surgery whatsoever. She's had the Psychic Reader, obviously, for her incredible social skill. The Reprocessor Stomach, otherwise she's a very hungry Alpha. We've never really had a doctor good enough, but now with Theta, I think maybe not only do we have a doctor good enough, but somebody Alpha would trust to do the surgery. PX7 is a work brain, that one's a combat brain. So let's go with the Locus, the Locus Solus Hades Cyber Brain. Then, I think I want to give you any of the Psychic/Anima stuff we've got left. We've got a Psychic Dryad. I don't think we've got much. And obviously, we can go full Archo very soon. Anima. Oh! Well, shut my mouth. Apparently, we've got quite a lot. Okay. To be fair, we made a shitload, and then obviously I was repeatedly... I was repeatedly, help me, what's the word? Autopsy, that's the word I'm after. I was repeatedly autopsying it. So some of this is probably what Big Jorts had, what Quantum Quibi had, Magic Baby. Really? You people, at this time of year, localized entire... Oh my god. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Get in your mechs. Alpha's down, which oh my god, they've turned up with mechs of their own. This is amazing. I know that Alpha was going to be the kind of be-all, end-all of this raid. I think we'll be fine. I hope we're fine. Got a lot of melee characters that I haven't equipped yet because we've only just invented Archo Swords, and I don't have the resources to make the Archo Swords because we're trying to invest into the Archo Fragment generators. You know, we've already had this conversation. I don't need to explain it. Okay, listen, Max, let's have a chat here. You are going to come down. I'm going to give a mech to everybody, obviously. Our armor sets are built for it. That was the whole point of this cool Janissary weave underlay thing that we've got going on, right? It's a nice, unique twist to everything else. The problem is, oh, let's give that to you. There you go. Milky Milk just standing there, please. Problem is, none of these bloody mechs are finished. So, I mean, look, we've got some that have, like, the pilot modules, some that don't, some that have the turret packs, some that have the missile packs. I mean, it's just a total mess. We've been focusing on we focused on the TAF army, and we got a lot of good out of that before, obviously, we upgraded the tech level and they got annihilated. The problem right now is they've got mechs, they've got shields, and I'm noticing they've got some pretty hefty weapons in there. I saw a Doomsday rocket launcher. Look, they've got like auto cannons, swarm missile launchers. I hope at this point in time, we can deal with the pirates with only like a handful of unupgraded mechs. This is going to be like the big sign for whether or not we are really screwed when proper high-tech level stuff turns up. Maybe this was a blessing and we get knocked down. We don't get killed, but then we say, oh, thank God that wasn't Sigma, otherwise we would be dead right now. Here, can you see them from there? What's that? What's that coming in? Okay, I'm far more confident. I wasn't giving them enough credit. I think we're okay. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna fire off a combat command with Moosh. Moosh, please hurry. And I'm gonna say, robots, search and destroy. These are a Spacer-era enemy. We are in endgame Ultratech. This should not be something we are even struggling with or concerned about. Structural integrity is down quite heavily already. Okay, ICBM's taking a lot of the brunt of things. But I have faith that we're going to be okay. Oh, their mechs are getting absolutely wiped out. Oh, no, we're all right. We're all right. I was over-concerned. I mean, I still think we'll probably lose a mech or two here, but I was over-concerned for no reason. Oh, fuck. Okay, are you all right? We fine? Like, a lot of heavy hits, but nothing really to concern ourselves with. ICBM, I'm going to pull back, actually, because your mech is well below 50% hit points here. The rest are fleeing. Okay, that's good. I still think that if Sigma turns up with that end game beyond our reach Tenebrite stuff, that we probably will get our cheeks clapped. Alpha got a lot of upgrades there, but because it's the Anima stuff and not the crazy in-game Quasar, even though we just replaced a bunch of her stuff, gave her a cyber brain and everything else, a biostability is still 20%, 21%. See, that's kind of sick, because it means the old bionics are never getting out of style, are they? If somebody loses their leg, maybe they got low biostability, you just give them an old bionic that hasn't got such high market value, that gives them all the benefits of a leg. Even the advanced stuff is like 135%. That's kind of cool. I like this mod, it's growing on me. Before I forget, let's get all of our Garanlan trees reconnected. Is Theta connected to a tree? Okay, so small Archo replicator. 300 Archotech fragments. Sorry, it's off the screen, so we've got a lot of categories here. Then we've got, oh my god! Medium Archotech fabricator. 2700 silver, 2700 Archotech fragments, 1080 plasteel, 540 gold, 495 uranium. That's crazy. I imagine the large is going to be insane. Yep. 24,000 Archo fragments. I don't have that. And what does this make? What does it make? Like one every... Oh, how do I do this? We're going to have to fight a shitload of mechanoids. I think we're just going to have to start summoning mechanoids and clap their cheekies, because I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get enough Archotech fragments. Man, we're better. Well, what? Archotech? Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe I should be looking at this as we've just unlocked this as a currency. Now is when we start collecting it. I'm thinking over the course of the entire game, I've only collected 155. This is crazy. But no, I think I've got it backwards in my mind. I think I've got it backwards in my mind that this is an economy of scale, and we're starting very small, but then obviously we get 2 of these down, 3 of these down, it snowballs out. So... that's fine. I'm going to chuck down just as many of these as we can make for the time being then. We finished the research short. This is just the beginning of our Archotech journey. We're like breaking new ground here. It's not like, okay, let's start building the walls and doors and everything. No, this is the real start of the era. Forget the bloody research or whatever the cornerstone points say. Listen, Rommel, I'm sorry about the lag. I'm not going to blame you too much, though I did turn you into a psychic monster and then you had a bit of a breakdown over that. How you looking? Biostability is now totally gone. Somebody made a very fair point that when you hit, like, 0, you should just go all in, right? Because the biostability is 0. However, the more false components you have, the more artificial parts you have, the slower the biostability increases. However, that said as well, at this point, you've probably got so many high-value stuff that we probably should just go all in at this point, shouldn't we? And just accept that we've got a crazy monster hanging around the base. Alpha needs to keep a psi focus up so that we could potentially Word of Karma, or whatever, Word of Serenity, sorry. As long as we have that 1-2 combo, I think we could possibly just go all in Quasar time for Rumabum. Because Rumabum did not do well during that first trial run. I think we do that. I think we focus on getting you the Archo armor first. I think we sit you at this tree, and we give you all of these psi levels, and we make you the big jorts of the future. And holy shit, with that, kapow. Archo Technology Tier 4. And that is that. That's it. There's nothing left. About Archonexus replica. Instead of finding an Archonexus, you now have the ability to construct a replica in order to forcefully establish a connection with an Archotech being. She's going to call home. She's going to call dad, and she's going to say that her brother's bullying her. To do so, you need to construct Archonexus pillars and defend them for a set amount of time. Oh my god. Each one being more difficult than the last in order to obtain an Archonexus key. It's unknown whether this process has a practical purpose or is simply a ritualistic test of strength. Will the machine gun embrace you, or will your hubris be your undoing? Well, I guess we'll find out. All that and more tomorrow. Not that we're going to build the Archonexus tomorrow, but we are going to go very Archotech. Now is my final gift to this colony. Maybe a good defender. You know, maybe someone who can actually fight off all of these big threats that we've apparently got coming our way. Or maybe our killer, our slayer. We are making an enormous burden, just like Big Jorts ended up being when he went into a breakdown and killed his wife. Supposedly, the difference is these days we know what we're doing. It's not mad science. We're not putting a troll heart in a man to see what happens. Because technology would never betray you. It's your friend. Don't worry about the AI. That's not real. It's just a silly little chatbot. It would never do anything wrong. Thank you for joining me here today in Rimworld. Tomorrow, we're going to get very Archo. Forget all this other junk. I want Archo walls, Archo floors. I don't know if we can build Archo beds, and if we can't, I'll sure as hell add a way to add Archo beds. Thank you to the executive producer tier patrons making the series possible in the first place. Thank you to Bill Sarsaparilla, Frank, Zang, 9, MGS to Tech Sound, Roan, Nanuka, Ashen Jack, Simothy, Brimothy, Cheese King 21, Squiggly Line, Elias, Paulus, Bartis, Scrungus, Among Us, Snozzer, Charkagaski, Frozen Jesus, Snow Lily, Tad C2, Talaratha, and Calanthe as well. I'll see you tomorrow for Rim. Bye-bye. See you. And Crusader Kings tonight. This time actually properly. I've been well behind schedule. And the problem with doing 2 very heavily edited episodes a day is the second I start falling behind schedule, I'm playing non-stop catch-up.